Why was this the movie that I had to go see? Why couldn't I see Everything Everywhere all at once? Or like anything decent, anything good. What is going on, you guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to the channel. And I just got back from seeing what is honestly the worst movie that I've seen since Snake Eyes, and that's really saying something. Because when I saw that movie with my dad, I don't normally walk out of movies just because I think it's disrespectful, because of all the hours and hours of work that people put into making these projects for us. They at least want to entertain us. But with Snake Eyes, the action was so shaky, like the shaky cam was just so bad that I literally had to get up and leave during the last act of the movie. And meanwhile, my dad is in there having his brain just being totally vaporized by the bullshit that he's watching on screen. And Morbius is not quite the same. I still think Snake Eyes is substantially worse, but Morbius is right up there. It's really fucking close. Morbius stars Jared Leto, Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, and Tyrese Gibson. It follows biochemist Michael Morbius as he tries to cure himself of a rare blood disease, but when his experiment goes wrong, he inadvertently infects himself with a form of vampirism instead. Can I just start off by saying that I hate bashing on creators, specifically the writers, because that job in particular is so difficult. You're creating an entire world, an entire story on your own, and that is a very difficult job. But it wasn't until a couple days ago that I read up on who the writers were, whose previous films include Gods of Egypt, Power Rangers, The Last Witch Hunter, and Dracula Untold. If you can't tell, I'm so disappointed in this movie. I've been waiting for this since 2020. All my other friends haven't really been excited for it, but I love Jared Leto. I love vampire movies. I thought personally that the trailers looked really fun, looked really cool. Did it get annoying after a while seeing that trailer before every movie that I've been seeing since 2020? Yeah, it got a little annoying, but that also adds to the excitement for it. It's like, oh, I could finally see this movie that I've been seeing trailers for the past 2 years. And it was just so disappointing, and I feel like that it wasn't supposed to be whatsoever. They cut so much out of this movie. There's a solid 30 to 40 minutes that felt like was just completely chopped out of it. I'm just gonna go off the cuff here because I have a script right here, but honestly reading that is pointless. I can just rant to you about what is wrong with this movie. The CGI is some of the worst that we have ever seen. And I think that the CGI in the Venom movies is pretty shit, but this is on a whole nother level of dog shit. Like, I hate CGI action sequences where the two CGI faces of each character are like merging together, like they're fighting, almost like in Let There Be Carnage at the end fight scene of that movie. It was kind of like that, but somehow Morbius managed to make it even worse. I'm a big fan of Jared Leto. I think he is a terrific actor. I've never understood this sentiment that he is not a good thespian. But in this movie, this felt like some of the most watered down drama that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, you would think that a character whose moral obligation is to help people, help save people because he's a doctor, and then when he gets infected with this virus that kind of makes him, hungry for blood, so he has to hurt people, and he has to make that choice to, like, I want to save people, but I also have to hurt them in order to survive myself. That is some really good Shakespearean drama, but do they go anywhere with it? Not really. No, nowhere. And I don't understand how you can fuck something like this up. You have so many different pieces of source material that you can reference to create a great story. We've had so many great comic book movies. I don't know why we're still getting these shitty bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom of the barrel movies. I don't know why, and especially when you have stars like Matt Smith and Jared Leto attached to your film. And honestly, director Daniel Espinosa did a fine job with what he was given. It's not like he had a whole lot of options, because Sony just completely butchered this movie in the editing room. And a film is not going to be good when the director comes out publicly a week before the movie comes out and is openly talking about spoilers. Like, even the director just seems to not really give a fuck about this movie, so why should we? I think I'm done talking about this movie. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. It is a absolute dumpster fire, boring, it's such a disappointment, I am so excited to get back to Moon Knight next, Wednesday, so we can actually see some good Marvel content, because man, this just fucking really pissed me off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have you guys seen Morbius? Hopefully not. If you have, feel free to not leave your comments in the section below, because we do not want to talk about this movie. Let's fucking move on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.